Hey guys, it's Space Aces, and we are back with more of the Mirage Noir demo. Probably our last part, because we are going to finish up and see Gem's segment, and then also Sami's segment, and then that's it. So yeah, we're starting back up. We left off where we were going to start Gem's, and that's what doing here. Yeah, okay, I am not with it today, but I am very excited. I hate to say I'm very excited to wrap this up. I don't mean it like that. Like, I'm just excited to get back into playing this, but I'm also very sad that it's the end. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm excited for this. I want to see Sami and Gem, and I want to see what happens here, but then I'm sad because I'm but it's over, and I've had so much fun with this. So it's a rough spot to be in. Anyway, all right, so we obviously started back, so we said we were going to go with Gem, so. Me? Yeah, is that okay? Are you sure you want to go to the crime scene? It's not exactly the nicest place to be. To be honest, I was already there this morning. I think I'll be okay this time. Hopefully I won't feel like throwing up again. Well, if you're sure. Give me a second. I'll change into my uniform and then we can go. Hold on, I have to move my thing. My recording software, for some reason, there's a little on the bottom will just flash. And it's just really annoying seeing this little white line underneath this. Anyway. It's taken a while, huh? There's still no sign of Gem after 10 minutes, and I start to get a little worried. Gem, are you okay in there? Sorry, 1 second. Why won't this baton fit anymore? It was fine earlier. Stupid thing. Are you sure you don't need any help? Yeah, I'm fine. Let me just... Well, there goes one of his foam weapons. I'm ready. He suddenly appears in front of me, doing his best to pretend like nothing happened. If I squint a little, I think I can see some tape holding that poor baton together. What? I want to tease him about it, but he's covering the baton defensively with his hands, so I take pity on him and change the topic. Do you think I need a disguise too? Will they even let me in if I go with you? I probably should have thought of this before I volunteered. You can just go as a detective. You shouldn't have a problem with you if I say you're with me. Even though I'm not police. Yeah, they've been trying to cooperate more with private investigators lately. Sorry. Oh. Is that why Mr. Potato Head was called in earlier? Not that I'm complaining, but I wonder why. They're running out of police investigators. There's a big case they're all dealing with, but even then it's still not enough, so they're looking for more help. It's obviously, what's-his-face? Cute little mask guy. Blackthorn. Why can't I remember his name? I played the other part yesterday, guys. I see. You're surprisingly knowledgeable about the police, Gem. Oh, well, I have some connections. I've also been doing this for a long time. Wow, you're basically an actual officer. Full offense, but are you two done yet? The others already left. Please leave so I can blast my music in peace. Oh, sorry. We're heading out now. Bye, Sami. I like how he says full offense. Oh, I love him so much. Bye. Oh, I gotta pop up. Hold on. The body's gone by the time we arrive, thankfully. The area's taped off, but they let us in without much fuss. I was a little anxious that they asked to see our credentials, but true to Gem's words, they barely glance our way. They really didn't even ask to see your badge. Yeah, I think they recognized me. Because of those connections of yours, right? Well, Jerry put in a good word for me when I first started out. It's made things a lot easier for me, so I'm really thankful. That's nice of him. Can Prince Thierry put in a good word to Mr. Potato Head for me, too? I mean, he absolutely would. You know he would. Come on. We already played his stuff yesterday. Well, it's beneficial to him, too. He can use me to do things his status won't allow him to do. Okay, then. Where should we start? Tell me what to do. You're the officer here. I'll follow your lead. That's just a cover story. You can order me around, I don't mind. Oh, Jem, are you the kind of guy who lets me step on you? Alright, I'm not going to complain about that. Listen, I'm just saying. We played Variable Barricade, and that just opened up a whole world of just things like, I like it when you cry, and you want me to step on you? Like, I mean, okay. We know the other ones it brought up. Okay, we don't need to... We know how far my degeneracy goes, because that really did open a whole new world. But now it's like, Jem is the adorable little baby-faced one. Normally too adorable for me, but I'll still step on you if you want me to. Like, okay. Sure. You can order me around, sir. You need to be careful with your phrasing. I love it. Please don't be careful with your phrasing. I'm not too smart, so I'm more useful when people tell me what to do. I wouldn't even know where to start. In that case, let's just help each other as equals. Investigation partners. Okay, that sounds good. He seems really excited about this. I wonder if he's always had to do this alone. Alright, let's see. I glance over at where the body was found. Other than the tape and the police loitering around, nothing else seems unusual. Do you know if there was blood found near the body? Let me check. He flips through a report that he was given on the way in. It says here that there was no reaction when they tested with luminol. Okay, so the actual crime scene might have been somewhere else, and the body was moved here afterwards. The autopsy said he died at around 8 a.m., but the body wasn't discovered until 11, right? So it might have been moved during that time. They questioned the person who discovered the body already, and he said that he saw the body as soon as he opened the dumpster lid. I wonder if the culprit just brought the body in through the front. I don't think it's possible to leave from the back. Aren't there doors back there? The celestial one's always locked. Theo complains about it all the time because she has to go the long way around to throw out the trash. Which is, okay, so that they are talking about, like, okay, so back here is a wall. So they are talking about, like, these doors. They're just always locked. But it makes it convenient for our investigation for us to figure out he was thrown from, like, the balcony. But it makes it really inconvenient for the workers inside the buildings. Like, that you gotta, like... What door are you going to? Because you shouldn't be walking out the front with bags of trash. You know what I mean? Like, once the thing closes down and there's no customers coming in, then I guess. You know what I mean? But it's just, I think usually places like, I don't know, the logistics does not freaking matter. It matters they're locked for the purposes of this so that you have your answer that those doors are locked, so the balcony is the only option type of a thing. Like, okay. But like the logistic of, but why are the doors, for the purposes of this investigation and like making it so there are 32 options, it makes the options a little more streamlined. Okay. I always have to overanalyze choices, and it's like in every game, and it's like, well, obviously it's done this way for the storytelling purposes, and that's all that matters. But like, here's me analyzing a fake business and being like, but why would they do that? Why closing the door? Like, not actually doesn't matter. Why am I like this? Anyway. What about the one leading to the hotel? I'm not sure, actually. I just assumed it was the same. I mean, they could be locked from the outside, but not the inside, you know? I can go check. Jem goes to speak with one of the investigators, gesturing animatedly at the doors on both sides. Because you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't want somebody coming in the alley and coming in your side door and, like, sneaking in the back of your building. But, like, the doors should be, like, locked on the outside, where you go throw the trash out, you know, you prop the door open, you go back in and close it, or then you walk around through the front. Like, I feel like that's how it would normally be, but again, it makes sense for plot purposes of the story that if both doors were easily accessible from inside the building, then you have those two options as well as chucked off the balcony, and that's not the point, you know? So, I know he insists he's only a fake one, but since he's actually investigating, isn't he basically a real investigator? A streamer, a cosplayer, and now a policeman. He's really more talented than he gives himself credit for. Got the answer! Jem returns within a few minutes, looking proud of himself. Both doors are always locked. There are cameras inside the buildings as well, but no one was seen accessing the doors. Okay, we can treat this like a locked alley then. I glance over to the front of the alleyway and notice a security camera pointed right at the entrance. Hey, there's a security camera there. Do you think Sami can find out who entered during that time frame? I'm sure he already has a list. That quickly? Do you think he's monitoring us right now? Only one way to find out. He moves in front of the security camera's line of sight and gives it a quick wave. A couple of seconds later, I hear his phone vibrate in his pocket. I was literally just thinking that he's like, you think he's watching us right now? And I was like, should we wave at him? He did. That's a yes. I suddenly feel a little self-conscious knowing I'm being watched. You don't need to worry about that. He's the last person in the world who would judge anyone. You could start moonwalking here and he wouldn't find it weird. I would hope he would find that entertaining as fuck. Come on. I appreciate the support, but I think I'd die from embarrassment, so I'll pass on that. She has shame. So much fun when you don't have shame, though. And me, I have no shame until I have to read things like, Spacey, I love you. Oh, dear God. Or read sexy scenes, and then I'm like, oh, dear God, I'm so embarrassed. I have a little bit of shame, but not much. Anyway, Did you figure something out? It's just a little strange. There's a lot of traffic around these parts, especially during the early hours, yet the body wasn't found right away. Even if it was covered by the dumpster lid, no one opened it by accident until several hours later? I get Cosmolux being busy, but do people really go to Celestial so early in the morning? Thought it was more of a nighttime activity. My friend complains every day about the drunk people who pass out and refuse to leave until the next morning. She and the other girls always have to stay behind and watch them all night. Oh no, that's terrible. I wish people would think more about the trouble they're causing others. Agreed. No traces of blood has been added to evidence. Locked doors has been added to evidence, which we already have. We saw all the evidence stuff. What now? We should probably take a look at where the body was found. Do you have a picture of it? Yep, right here. The photograph he shows me, it basically looks the same as the scene I saw earlier. Are you sure you're okay looking at this? Yeah, it's just a photo. What about you? I've seen a lot of crime scenes after meeting Thierry and Alexei, so I'm used to it now. How long have you guys known each other? Couple of years now, I think. I'll tell you the story later. Okay. Anyway, here's the body in digital form, significantly less trauma-inducing than the actual corpse. He also just looks like he's like drunk, sleeping it off in the garbage, to be fair, so good for that. Now that Mr. Potato Head isn't breathing down my neck, though, I'll actually be able to investigate. Where do you want to start first? Mouse over any area you want to investigate. Oh, cool. Oh, neat. Wait. Oh, okay, so, like, oh, neat. Look at that! Oh, this is fun! They said point-and-click adventure stuff, so here you go. Let's go to the balcony. Hey, Spacey, look! The hotel balconies are right above the dumpsters. Might just be a coincidence, but... Oh, you're right. I didn't even see it. You said this was basically a locked room, right? With the dead end in the back and the cameras near the front? So I thought maybe the killer entered and exited it from a different way. I'm not sure how, though. We can figure that part out later. Let's jot it down for now. Hotel balcony has been added to evidence. How did you even notice that? Do you like detective stories, too? You seem to have a knack for this. I've only watched a couple of the popular ones, but once this is over, I'll watch more so I can talk to you about them. That's really sweet. She's all blushy. It really is sweet, though. We can watch your streams together, too. Let's not. Too embarrassed? Well, you can watch them if you want. Just don't let me know you're doing it. That's fair. And then, okay, so then trash bags. What are you doing? I thought maybe there'd be a clue inside here. Jem's digging through the trash with an earnest look on his face. It's a bit weird to describe the scene as heartwarming, but he somehow makes it work. Do you need help? Nope, I got it. He doesn't like asking for help on anything, does he? I stand back and wait as he rustles through the garbage some more. The other policeman nearby shoots him a disgusted look, but Jem ignores them. Shoots him disgusted looks, but Jem ignores them. Well, I think it's way cooler that he's actually doing the dirty work rather than standing there gossiping. I think she's like defending him in her head to the other cops. I think that's adorable. After a couple of minutes, Jem straightens up. Find anything? No. That's okay. It's not like we're guaranteed to find clues everywhere. Stop looking so sad. I'll add it to our evidence stash anyway, okay? Trash bags has been added to evidence. And then we have, okay, weird mark. I'm looking around the alleyway for more clues when I notice Jem picking at something on the dumpster. What are you looking at? Is there something here, or is it just me? It looks a little lighter. Oh, hey, you're right. There's a small mark in front of the right dumpster. I completely missed it. What do you think it is? Not sure. How did it make that mark anyway? Paint, maybe? I'll go check. Wait! And there he goes. Oh, welcome back. They said there was some paint there that was washed off. It looks like the area's drier than the parts around it, too. Well, it was raining earlier this morning before I met up with Theo, so we can assume the paint was washed off then. Do you think it's graffiti? Graffiti doesn't wash off that easily, right? Maybe it's not related to the case. Maybe, though I still think we should keep it in mind, just in case. Strange mark? Okay. We already got garbage bags. We got the weird mark. Is there any... Ah, the schedule. What's that over there? Looks like a sign. It's hard to read in the photograph, though, so let's look at the real thing. I'll do it. I'll be right back. Wait! He's so eager about this. He's like a little labradoodle. Well, as long as he's having fun. I'm back. It's the garbage collection schedule. Looks like they pick up trash at 9 a.m. on Tuesdays. Hey, that's today. Oh, you're right. I forgot what day of the week it was. Wish that happened to me, but unfortunately I always count down the days until the weekend. It's actually Tuesday for me right now, too. Huh. So that means they picked up the trash at 9 a.m. this morning as well. Any chance they saw the body? Doesn't seem like it. The police already called to check. Well, assuming they're telling the truth, that means that most likely the body was dropped off between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. That had narrowed down the potential suspects. Garbage schedule? Okay. I think we're done here, unless there's anything else you wanted to check out. No, I'm good. To be honest, it's getting a little stuffy in this outfit. Oh, no, you should have said something. It wouldn't have mattered. This investigation's more important, so I would have stayed anyway. Yeah, but we could have stopped for some water or something. Okay, let's hurry up and go back so you can change out of your outfit. Sounds like a plan. We did a good job, right? Yeah, we actually found more clues than I expected. Honestly, we make a pretty good team. It's all thanks to your help, partner. No problem, partner. We salute each other, but the other police officers nearby start to give us weird looks, so we hurriedly leave the scene. Welcome back. Hello. Everyone else is already back when we return. Alexa gives me a lazy wave from the couch. Well, here's Jem. He ran off to change, said he was too hot in the suit. Is that why Terry took off after him? He must be getting an earful right now. Such dedication. You'd never catch me wearing anything like that. Your Royal Highness, your country's uniform's being slandered. Come defend your pride. Prince Thierry exits one of the rooms and raises an eyebrow when he notices we're all looking at him. What's this about? Sami said he'd rather die than wear Jem's policeman outfit. That's fine. Yeah? Thought you'd be offended. You're always weirdly protective of your fancy outfits. I don't particularly care about Sami's opinion on clothing. Rude. If I wore half the things you own, I'd be exiled from my own country. Sami's wardrobe isn't that wild, is it? I mean, it looks pretty freaking basic. He's wearing sweatpants, a t-shirt, and a big-ass hoodie, so, like... But, like, if you look at the two of them side by side, yeah, no, I don't think either one of them, if you switch their wardrobes, it'd be really fucking weird. The door to the room opens again, and Jem exits, looking thoroughly chastised, though he immediately perks up when he sees the rest of us. Oh, everyone's back already. Heard you almost got heat stroke. Condolences. Please don't bring it up again. Jerry finally stopped lecturing me. I hope Alexei's listening somewhere and appreciates everything I do for him. Sometimes I can still hear his voice. Alright, I got the hint. I'll get you a glass of water as thanks, how about that? At this point, I'll take it. Be right back. He's like standing right there. Sometimes I can still hear his voice. I love this sass between them. It's very, very good. Jem sits down next to me and gulps down the cup of water he's been given. He finishes the entire thing within seconds. I should keep an eye on him in the future if he's not going to look after himself more. And now that everyone's here, let's share our findings. Prince Thierry takes one more glance at Jem first to make sure he's okay before continuing the conversation. So I'm assuming he went to yell at him and was to be like, you need to take care of yourself and not die of heat stroke, dumb ass. Like, because that's kind of sweet and adorable. Would you like to skip? Yes, we'll skip the deduction segment. And we're going to skip all the stuff here. I make the decision to go join Jem, but he's suddenly not there anymore. Huh? Where did he go? Oh, there he is, getting refills for everyone. I give him a small wave when he happens to look over, pointing to the empty seat next to me. He nods, dropping off one last can at Sammy's table before sliding into the booth. Hey, you're such a mom friend, Jem. Huh? Where's this coming from? Oh, you really embarrassed the poor precious thing. I gestured toward the other tables, and it's only then I realized he had gone out of his way to get specific drinks for each person. Yep, definitely a mom friend. I guess I do like taking care of the others. He makes me feel useful. You can also teach your Labradoodle to get you a beer out of the fridge. I'm just saying. I don't know about using the word useful. You're way more talented than you give yourself credit for. Thank you. Take your disguise skill, for example. The fact that it actually looks real and not like a cheap imitation is incredible. Can't imagine the amount of time and hard work it took to get everything. Okay, please. Stop. He holds out his hands to stop me, face red, and I can't help but laugh at the display. He's surprisingly easy to tease. Do you want another drink? No, it's okay. I have work tomorrow, and I don't drink much anyway. I love his little freckles, though. At least I hope I still have work. Mr. Potato Head might just fire me tomorrow for my stint today. Kinda just disappeared on him. It's not fair, though. All my other coworkers slack off and ditch whenever they want, yet it only picks on me. If I get fired, they should be too. Oh, right. You work at the Douglas Detective Agency, right? The one a couple blocks down from the mall? You know of it? That's a surprise. Not many people pay attention to detective agencies unless they're specifically looking for them. Well, I may have paid it a visit today. Huh? What? Why? Thierry asked me to speak with your boss to make sure you were excused for today. He didn't want you to get in trouble tomorrow. Aww. Isn't that adorable? Because you're like, she's probably not going to get fired, sure, but like, you don't know how it's going to go down, but like now you know in whatever universe you go, whichever person you go and spend time with in the investigation or whatever, that you're not going to get fired because Thierry always probably is like making sure your ass is covered. And that's like kind of sweet. I like it. Oh, he's an adorable little wall, isn't he? Because he kind of like, I think like, well, I'll get to my thoughts on all the characters at the end. But anyway, I dropped by on the way here. Your boss didn't seem too happy about it, but I think he understood. I stare blankly at him and then quickly pull out my phone to check. It's not that I think he's lying, but it's something I need to see for myself to believe. True to Jem's words, there's one single message from Mr. Potato Head waiting for me when I open up my texts. You may have been excused today, but I expect you to be on time tomorrow. No excuses for being late. I've never been so excited to see a text message from him before. I don't know what to say, Jem. You're a literal lifesaver. You're the best, most awesome person in the world. Thank you so much. Well, it was Thierry's idea. I'm just the henchman. Don't talk about my savior like that. Okay. Look, we're just like, it's funny. She's like, you're my savior. And it's like, Thierry's the one that, like, actually pulled the strings, to be fair. Jem just did the dirty work, but it's still kind of cute. She's like, no, don't you dare. You still did the dirty work and had to talk to Mr. Potato Head. Well, if we're being honest, it wasn't my first time there anyway. There's an arts and crafts store next door that I sometimes go to. Saw the sign once and it stuck with me because I'd never seen a detective agency before. You sure it wasn't because of how ugly the sign looked? I think my boss made it 5 minutes before the grand opening and has never changed it. It's charming. You don't need to force yourself to praise it, Jem. It's a travesty. I pause. There's something that's been on my mind all day and now seems like the right time to ask about it. Any chance we've met before today? Maybe when you passed by the agency or someplace else? I'm worried I might have sounded too suspicious, but if Jem notices anything, he doesn't show it. I don't think so. I think I would have remembered you, which is weird because I'm pretty sure when we bumped into him in the intro, he was like, well, she doesn't recognize me? Or he made a comment like that, and it's like, so we know him from somewhere? And now he's like, yep, I don't think so. Interesting. He could be pretending not to know about the vision, but he doesn't seem like the type of person to do that. Did he really not see it then? No, but he somehow knows you. That's sus as fuck. Listen, I don't care if one of our boyfriends is going to be the one that stabs us in the back. I'm here for it. Whatever. Okay? We like the stabby ones. But I'm just saying it's interesting because, like, he was like, she not oh, no, that's true. He said, does she not recognize me? So he might have... I took it as like, oh, we've met him before, but he could have been right, because then I think that thought process came later, was like, oh, maybe he's like, she doesn't recognize, does she not know who I am? I'm a popular streamer. That could have been what it was. Okay, so it's not that he's met us before. It could have been very well that he was like, she didn't recognize me? She just thinks I'm a regular person? Huh. And not in a... it sounds douchey when you say it like that, like, she didn't recognize me? But I don't think he's like that. He's more like, she didn't recognize me. Cool, because most people do, and that's... Because you can tell he gets embarrassed when we're like, wow, you're really good at disguise. He's like, please stop, you're embarrassing me. You know what I mean? Like, so... Okay, so that's true. I forgot that it was me not being able to remember his exact words, but okay. So it's probably more about, like, his streamer celebrity status, kind of. Well, even if we had run into each other before, the agency sign probably stood out more than me anyway, so I don't blame you for not remembering. I wouldn't say that. Well, sign aside, maybe I can come visit you one day when I'm in the area. Don't you have work? It occurs to me then that I don't really know much about his job. In fact, I don't even know when he normally streams. Streaming's pretty flexible. Since I'm independent, I can basically make my own schedule and pick the days I want to do it. I also set a max limit for myself since I don't want to be online too much. Must be nice to be able to dictate your own hours. Yeah, though I'm not sure the cap's working. I've been hitting it consistently recently. Maybe that's a sign you should increase it then. I should. I don't know if I can do much more than 8, though. I'm sorry, did you say 8? 8 what? 8 hours? That's as long as my workday. But unlike me, I doubt he has any downtime while he's streaming. Everyone else is putting in the work too. I need to work just as hard to keep up. Oh, but if you think my schedule's bad, you should see Sami's. He's an early riser, so he's usually already in front of his computer when I get there. And then he's still sitting there when I finish streaming. In the same position and everything. Yeah, that sounds like a typical workday in corporate America. Early riser? Are you sure he doesn't just pull all-nighters and not sleep? Wait, you stream at the hideout? I guess that does make sense. I don't know where Jem lives, but his house can't be as big as Sami's. Yeah, it's quieter there and I have my own room for it. There's no real downsides. Show me your channel. Does that mean you live with someone? Oh, these are both... Oof. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm curious about if he lives... where he lives, because he's like, it's quieter there, so he obviously lives with people, like his family or has other friends, but like, I'm curious about his channel too. I'm more curious to know who he lives with, to be fair. I'm more curious about that. Huh? Why? You just said it was quieter at the hideout, so I assumed it might be noisy at your house. Silent for a couple moments, and he surprisingly looks hesitant to respond. Oh, you don't need to answer if you don't want to. Sorry, didn't mean to ask such a personal question. No, it's okay, I don't mind. Despite saying that, however, it still takes a few more seconds of him fidgeting around before he seems to steel himself. It's... my cats. They're rather whiny, so it's hard for me to stream around them. That was even better than I expected, and it was well worth clicking that. Oh, you have cats? Why do you look so embarrassed? That's cute. He nods but looks away, and I can instantly tell there's something he's not telling me. How many cats do you have, crazy cat lady? Cats, plural. How many do you have? I can't wait for this answer. Look at his face. His face turns completely red, and he coughs a little to try to regather himself. 5. You really are a cat, Grandma. You just had that vibe about you. 5 cats. What vibe? His face somehow turns even redder, and I can't help but laugh harder. Laugh harder, yeah, sorry. Thankfully, he seems to be a good sport, though he does pout a little and give me a small... Wait. He seems to be a good sport, though he does pout a little and give me small nudges until I stop giggling. Okay, that's a odd sentence. Structural. Okay. But anyway, thankfully he seems to be a good sport, though he does pout a little and gives me small nudges until I stop giggling. Okay, yeah. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you. How's your job? Do you like it? When did you start working? What are your coworkers like? Do you have 5 cats? Didn't ask the cat thing, but feels like I'm getting interviewed. I don't like my job at all. That was fast. Isn't it normal? I feel like most people don't like their jobs, especially when they're just starting out. I just get bossed around by my boss, bossed around by my coworkers. The work's not even fun most of the time. But it's not the worst thing in the world. At least I get paid enough to be able to afford the necessities. Other people have it way worse, especially in this economy. I should consider myself lucky I'm even employed. You know, fair. It's my fault for having my expectations too high right out of college. Or when college was a long time ago and people are like, what do you want to do with your life? And you're like, I still don't know. Listen, I still don't know. But I should have had it figured out a long time ago. I'm pretty much doing what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life anyway. Like, okay. Like, it's too late. I'm too old to change jobs again. Do you have to work there? Well, yeah, it's not like there are a lot of detective agencies to choose from in general, and most of them don't hire people out of college. I could try to work as a police investigator, I guess, though I have to say that what I saw today didn't exactly fill me with much confidence. Yeah, they're not great. I wouldn't mind working with you, though. When's your shift, Officer Jem? Whenever you're there, of course. I'll always make time for you. Huh? If you don't like working there, you should just leave and open up your own agency. I like how we flirted with Alexei at that one point, and then everybody else is low-key flirting with us on occasion. You're like, haha, when's your shift, Officer Jem? Whenever you're there, I'm here for you, babe. And you're like, wait, what? Like, he just so casually threw that out there. It was like so suave. Like, good boy. I can't just quit. I've only been working there for 2 years. Does the number of years matter? Oh, maybe not. I guess I'm just used to teachers hammering it in that we need to tough out our first job and things like that. It's your life. You should live it how you want. Well, having my own agency would be the dream, but I need more than one employee. I'm not sure where I'd find another detective. Hi, we just this gaggle right here. Perfect. Don't worry, I'll help you. I can do stakeouts or tail people. He starts ticking off things on his fingers, looking more and more excited. He's also a master of disguise. And then Alexei could be our bodyguard. Sami could do the surveillance work, and Thierry could provide the funds. Am I just a wallet to you? Prince Thierry rolls his eyes when me and Jem turn to give him synchronized thumbs up. Though I think I still see the corner of his mouth fighting a smile, like I think he likes having friends. Aw, our lovely little Wald. We can call it Species Detective Agency. Feeling very creative today, aren't you? There's sarcasm on that. But yeah, that sounds like fun. Be like an odd jobs agency. Now that I think about it, that's already kind of what the hideout is. I think about everything that's happened today, from the friendly atmosphere to the investigations, to everyone chipping in to solve the mystery. Being able to do that forever as a living. I know, it sounds fucking awesome, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe I'll let myself daydream about that kind of future tonight. Uh-oh, and there goes Theo trying to sing. Hopefully she goes easy on me tomorrow. I know Jem said he understood, but I have some serious doubts. Oof! Girlie, you know what you need? More liquor, okay. And then there you go. Okay, skip the deduction now we're going to go Sami. Okay, so. At first I think he's going to refuse and say that he'd rather be alone, but he surprisingly nods and offers no resistance. Nice. Us lazy people need to stick together. I just thought it'd be important to look through any footage of the crime scene. I didn't choose you to laze around.
I know.
He smiled? He's so precious.
Come sit next to me. I'll put the footage from the security camera on and we can go over it together.
Okay. He said I'll pull the security camera. I read that wrong, but like, whatever, same difference. He pulls out a chair for me and moves over. Huh? What's that? Oh my god! Those are the things that he likes that we found. We found this one, the sticker. There are countless plushies of some sort of round creature on the chair, but he shoves them to the ground without a care and gestures for me to take a seat. No, don't hurt them. They're adorable. I love them. Why is this one? Is this one like a hedgehog? It's like a broccoli hedgehog. And this one's like boba tea or something, because it's like got straws. That one is so mad at us. This is like the pompadour guy. He doesn't strike me as a plushy person. Maybe he just likes cute things. We're cute, so... Who's saying, hey? Yeah! The hand that landed on my shoulder quickly retracts. Whoa, you okay? Sorry, didn't mean to scream. You scared me. My bad. I just wanted to give you a quick warning before I left. He leans in close and lowers his voice. And don't let Sammy start talking about it, yeah, no matter how much he begs. What?
What are you two whispering about over there?
Nothing. I was just leaving. See you both.
Bye.
Wait, what did you mean by that? Unfortunately, Alexei gives us a quick salute and disappears before I can ask him anything else. He means the pomperins or whatever they're called, the pompadour thing. I can't remember what it's called. I loiter around the entrance to see if he'll come back, but then Sammy pats the chair impatiently and I have no choice but to sit down. If you're gonna give me a warning, at least be more specific. Any kind of context would have been nice. Sammy's typing away on his keyboard, headphones on. I don't know what any of the code means, but even if I did, he's going too fast for me to read it anyway. Well, that's true. We have to remember to go find the side story, the one that we opened with the sticker we found. It's obvious he's an expert in his craft. I sit quietly next to him, trying my best not to distract him, but then Sammy suddenly seems to remember I'm here. He pushes his headphones down and moves over a little so I can see the screen a bit better.
Sorry, habit. I'm not used to being social.
It's okay. I don't mind watching you work.
Well, since you're here, we might as well talk.
We just stare at each other, awkwardly smiling. Since he said that, I thought he'd at least pick the topic, but I guess he's leaving that to me. Have you been programming for a long time?
Since high school. What about you?
I think I started being interested in detective work sometime around elementary school. Pretty sure it was a little bit after meeting Theo.
Real prodigy, I see.
I wouldn't say that. It's not like anybody actually trusted a little kid to do detective work. It ended up being more like odd jobs. You grew up in the wrong town because you should have been living in Coolsville, so you could have been with a pup named Scooby-Doo. Like Scooby and the gang when they were kids starting out as detectives. What was that, like the 90s? When did the pup named Scooby-Doo come out? Was it the late 80s, early 90s? Anyway. I've loved all forms of Scooby-Doo, okay? I love Scooby-Doo.
Experience is experience. Doesn't matter where you get it from.
Something flashes on the computer and then a video of the alleyway appears on the screen.
The camera's positioned in a way that doesn't show what's happening inside. We can at least check who went in and out of the alleyway. Couldn't they have angled it a little bit? Useless.
Lots of people throw up there after a night at Celestial. They probably didn't want to have to watch that.
Skill issue.
He presses a button and the footage speeds up. Sammy's eyes flick quickly across the screen and he somehow manages to focus on the footage while his fingers fly across the keyboard at breakneck speed.
Something wrong?
He speaks up suddenly, eyes still glued to the computer, and it takes me a few moments to realize he's speaking to me. Oh, no, sorry. Just thought you looked kind of cool.
Really? Isn't the bad posture doing it for you?
That's my bad posture doing it for... I love the sarcasm in that. Like, I know I don't have room to talk, but you should really fix that. The way he was smiling at us just there was beautiful.
Can't. That's ingrained in me. Can't focus anymore if I'm not horribly disfiguring my body.
I don't have great posture either, but the way he's folding his back like a pretzel can't be healthy. Well, you'll curse your decisions when you're older.
Guess you'll have to take care of me when the time comes.
Look at you flirting with me! Everybody gets a little flirty, I love this.
Oh, the logs are in.
You're really gonna say that and move on before I can respond?
Since the time of death was 8 this morning, and no one entered the alleyway for a few hours before that, I'll start from there. The camera quality isn't great, so I can't identify any of the people.
He gestures toward the video footage, and sure enough, the person currently on it's an indistinguishable blob.
Let's give them code names.
Sure, that sounds really cool.
Real spy-like.
Do you have some in mind?
Palmberry, Palmagotchi, Palmchama.
Oh, Pochama. Palmaguchi, Palmberry, and Pochama. These are the things. What?
Palmberry, Palmagotchi, Pochama.
No, I heard you the first time. What does that mean? Do you just like attaching the word palm to everything? Well, there was Pochama, not Pomchama, so that's different. So, girl. Clearly didn't listen to what he said. What's with that look on his face? Look! I actually love the look on his face right now. There's a little bit of a blush to it, but it also looks like sad eyes. Like, how could you hurt my feelings like that? How could you why? He looks so hurt and offended. Oh, God. Are you going to cry? Because I'm turned on by that, too. Again. Got Jem over there like, I'll do whatever you say, boss me around. He's like 2 steps from asking us to step on him. Okay? It's so Nayuta from Variable Barricade. That's all I can think of now after that. And he's over there being, oh God, what's his face? He's over there like, are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry? Because I might like it. I don't know why I love the look on his face.
Have you ever heard of Pocherin?
That sounds vaguely familiar. Oh! The cartoon show with the Pomeranians! Oh, they're Pomeranians, okay. Oh, is that what all the plushies are? Pomeranians? Yeah, because that's true. They have big fluffy tails, didn't they? Now that I'm looking at them again, they do kind of look like dogs. That one looks like a raccoon, to be fair. It's the glasses on it. Does that one have a pompadour?
I can inform you on Pocherin law if you want. Pocherin lore if you want.
A feeling of dread suddenly washes over me, and Alexei's warning flashes across my mind like a horror movie.
Sure.
Maybe after the investigation? Can we just go with the letters for now instead? It'd be easier for me to remember.
You said you had a good memory.
I still need to think about it. It's not always just bouncing around in my head. I need to pull the information from my memory bank. Is he pouting?
Fine. You win today. I expect you to know their names by the next investigation. Everyone in the hideout's required to know the basics of at least 3 of them. Otherwise, you're not allowed entry.
Does that include Prince Thierry and Alexei too? It's nice of them to show interest in your hobbies. I'm actually glad we went with Alexei first, and then we saw the cute little doodle, and he's like, ask Sami, and you're like, what? And nothing else came from that until we were there at the club, and then he's like freaking out about the sticker, and you're like, that's exactly what he was drawing. It wasn't a beret. It was supposed to be a pompadour. I like his little suit and beret one, though. I love that doodle.
Or,
sorry, what did you say? I didn't catch that.
They weren't given a choice.
Well, 3 isn't bad, right? You mentioned 3 earlier, so technically I require you to know their first anime appearance, their live-action actors, their backstories, their family trees, their specific breeds. Wait, this is basic information? Listen, I don't even know that much information about any anime or otome or anything that I play. Okay, Jesus. Wait, it had a live action? Wait, they have actors? Are they real dogs? Or do they make actors act in dog costumes?
3 waits in a row. Nice.
I'm starting to see why Alexei gave me that warning now.
Now that we've entered your little Now that we've entertained your little distraction... You're the one who brought it up! Hey, wait, at least answer my last question! Let's go through the video. If only Alexei knew you were making small talk instead of helping clear his innocence. He'd be so sad. Ugh, fine. Let's do it then. He's totally making fun of me. Well, whatever, as long as he's having fun. Is he having fun? It's a little hard to tell with him. I know, he looks so sad. He looks so disappointed in us right now. Here's a diagram of the scene. Nice illustration. Did you make it? Mm-hmm. You like the unproportionally big garbage dumpsters. They're charming. Thank you. I worked hard to make them as large as possible. Why, though? Was that a notebook? Yep, I think I'll be able to remember everything, but I want to write it down just in case. Theo gave this to me for my birthday a couple years ago. Since I haven't been assigned any cases until now, it's mostly been used as a scheduler in Doodlebook. I can finally use it for its intended purpose! Well, it'll probably go back to being a scheduler in Doodlebook tomorrow. But I'm gonna savor it for today! Do you want to borrow my keyboard? I could split the screen. It's okay. Call me old-fashioned, but I prefer using pen and paper anyway. Nothing wrong with that. That's surprising to hear from you. Just because I'm addicted to electronics doesn't mean everyone else has to be. That's nice. You know, you're kind of like the opposite of gatekeeping. I don't see the purpose in gatekeeping. It's more fun to force people to suffer through things I enjoy. How generous of you. He resumes clicking through the security footage. 5 people went into the alleyway during this time frame. Who do you want to investigate? Let's do Person A. We'll go down the line. Person A entered the alley at around 8:30 a.m. carrying nothing. They were in there for at least a minute. Who do you want to investigate? Person B. Person B entered around 9 a.m. Probably the garbage collector based on their outfit. I can see the guy on camera making one trip into the alleyway, emptying one of the dumpsters into the garbage truck before wheeling it back. And now we'll go Person C. Person C is Alexei, probably. He entered at around 10 a.m. There's a small yellow blob on the screen. The blob disappears into the alleyway for a couple seconds before reappearing. He doesn't seem to be carrying a body, at least. Was the bar that low? Well, it wasn't. It was a non-zero possibility. Person D. Person D entered around 10:45 a.m. They were wheeling a suitcase. Maybe Misha's body was hidden in there. That's what I thought. But clearly not. Person E entered around 11 a.m. Based on his testimony, he was out on a morning jog. He was the one who reported the body. He was unlucky to have accidentally stumbled upon the body like that. It has nothing to do with luck. For example, I'd never be in that situation. Really? How can you be so sure? Because he would never go for a morning jog. I'd never voluntarily exercise. Sammy, I get you. I do voluntarily exercise sometimes, but not because I like it. Are all your punchlines going to be about living as unhealthily as possible? Was it funny yet? Your delivery could use some work. That's all. I think I got everything. I settled back on my seat after I finished writing everything up, but then I noticed Sammy staring at my notebook. What? Did you want to check something? I angle the pages toward him so he can see, but he pushes it away with a look of disgust on his face. I don't think I can read a single word you've written down. It's fine as long as I can read it, right? That's not an M. Not even close, it's an I. Legs don't have curves in them. Neither does the letter I wrote. Let me try. I hand him my pen. He scribbles something in my notebook and then pushes it back to me. Hi, Spacey is written in neat letters with a little smiley face. What the? It's so pretty. You sound disappointed. I thought you were one of us. So you admit to having bad handwriting. You admit you have You admit you have bad handwriting. I can speak. How are you so talented at everything? He has this huge house, is a programming expert, has neat handwriting, is good at gaming, or so he claims. Some people just have it all. Jerry taught me after I admired his penmanship, but then he stopped when I got better than him. Bet he wasn't too happy about that. He was molding? Yeah. He was molding. He's a sore loser.
I have to admit that the mental image of the Crown Prince getting upset over something as innocuous as handwriting is pretty funny.
Well, I don't have many opportunities to write on paper these days, so I'm just showing off a bit.
He grabs my pen again and starts scribbling random words across the page. Huh. No one likes a bragger, Sami.
Noted.
Anyway, it doesn't look like the victim was caught on camera at all, right? Since everyone who entered the alley did leave, it's safe to say that Misha wasn't one of them. That means he most likely didn't walk in on his own. Maybe the culprit carried him in somehow.
There was that person with the luggage.
Person D?
Sorry, I don't have a photographic memory or the notebook of scribbles.
I don't have either of those things! Person D is definitely suspicious. Do you think the luggage is large enough for a body? I stare at it. It looks kind of big enough, but also not the more I stare at it.
I can ask Alexei later.
Because he knows how big Misha is, or because he has experience stuffing people into suitcases? Actually, I don't want to know. Crime scene and, okay, all these.
Oh, I guess I should also check who sent that text message to Alexei.
He looks really cranky as he plugs his phone into his computer and starts up a program. Well, he said he thought it was gang business, right? Can't be helped. He's loyal to his brother.
I trust Sasha too much.
It's the first time I've heard anything resembling anger come from Sami's mouth, and it temporarily renders me speechless. I don't care much about Sasha Diorla either, but that sounded personal.
I hope you don't blindly trust anyone either.
Theo immediately comes to mind, but I don't think she counts. He's clearly talking about bad influences. I don't know! This game's making me sus of everything, and he's like, you shouldn't blindly trust anyone. We're like, well, I do Theo, but she doesn't count. She's a good influence. You don't know. You don't know. She could be in that mask. We don't know, guys. Of course I don't. It's obvious from his expression he doesn't believe me. No, definitely not. We trust all these chuckle fucks. With right reason, because even if one of them stabs me, it's like A-okay choice by me, is all I'm saying. They would absolutely 100% let them stab me again. Just saying. Do I really seem like that kind of person? Anyway, did you figure out who sent it?
Doesn't seem like it's possible.
That's too bad. He doesn't say anything else, sitting back with a frown as he closes out of the program. I wonder if he's beating himself up over not being able to track them down. So he does take pride in his work, despite how he acts. I wheel my chair closer and pat his arm. It's okay. You've already done all that you can. Don't worry about it. You're still a great programmer in my eyes, Sami. Well, not that I know what makes a good programmer. You could be typing gibberish for all I know. That's all programming is actual gibberish. But still, at least you look cool while doing it. Bad posture and all. I was expecting a snarky response, so when his expression worsens, I panic a little. What do? I don't even know what he's upset about. Is he mad I made fun of his posture? He was fine with it earlier. Let's change the subject, just to be safe. Hey, Sami, can I ask you a weird question?
What?
Have we met somewhere before?
You're asking that to someone who doesn't go outside.
Oh, that's a good point.
Probably not. Why do you ask?
Oh, I'm not sure what I'm going to say, but thankfully the door slams open and saves me from having to come up with an excuse. I wanted to see if he knew anything about the vision, but he didn't say anything about it. Maybe I should try asking one of the others, too, when I get the chance. Doesn't make sense that I'm the only one who saw it when we're all involved. I'm back! Thierry and Alexei are here, too. Jem looks a bit out of breath as if he just run back, but he gives us a big smile when he notices us sitting together. Hi, Jem! Hi, Spacey. Hi, Sami. How did things go? Pretty good. How about on your end? Same with me. He waves a couple pieces of paper at me that he must have gotten from the crime scene. Sami's already snoozing. Huh? No, he just... I turn around to find Sami slumped over his desk, eyes closed. What? When did he fall asleep? Wake up, sleeping beauty.
Oh, hello. Welcome back.
We're about to share information. Are you feeling up for it?
Sure. Spacey has all the notes.
I guess this means he wants me to do the talking. Alright then, Thierry, we're ready to start. Prince Thierry nods. He gestures for us to all take a seat before clearing his throat.
Very well. Then I'll begin.
And we'll skip the deduction because we did that already, yes. And we'll start skipping text now. By the time I make my way over to Sammy's table, there are 7 empty bottles in front of him. Sammy scoots over a little when he sees me coming, holding out an unopened bottle that I refuse. You okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? Didn't you just throw up in the bathroom?
Mild technical issue. I'm good to go again.
Technical issue. He's not lying. He seems to be making his way through his 8th bottle already. I squint at him just to make sure he really is okay, but he does seem fine. I've never seen anyone come even close to outdrinking Theo before. I might not have seemed like it, but she's pretty famous here for being the one with the highest alcohol tolerance. Sammy shrugs, looking wholly unbothered at the news that he had gone toe-to-toe with the alcohol queen herself.
I was treating it like a competition. She was mostly drinking for fun. It's not a big deal.
Still, though, it's impressive. I didn't think you were someone who liked drinking.
I don't like or dislike it. My college friends used to pressure me into drinking, so I've built up a tolerance just for my survival.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to drag up bad memories.
Don't apologize. Competition was fun.
He's, ridiculously pretty when he smiles at you like this.
I don't let people pressure me into doing things I don't want to anymore. I wouldn't have agreed if I didn't want to.
I must have still looked worried because he reaches over and flicks my forehead.
Ow! I think of it as my tragic backstory I had to overcome to defeat my ultimate nemesis, Fiorella of Celestial.
You know who she is?
I run background checks for a living.
Ah, right. Privacy is not a thing in your world.
You think Thierry would have just let a random person stay without one?
He said he was going to trust me more.
I can do that and still rely on my background checks. They're not mutually exclusive.
I guess.
Besides, today's not the first time I've heard of her. A lot of people I play with online are big fans of her. They say that she's...
No, stop! I don't want to hear about randos being slimy about my best friend.
People do tend to be rather disgusting behind the screen.
I grimace a little. Theo's way too beautiful and nice to not have hordes of admirers. She's even had a few stalkers over the years, but I don't particularly want to hear what creepy things people say about her online. I've been playing more single-player games. Oh, I don't know why I was reading it like me.
I've been playing more single-player games recently anyway. It's more peaceful.
Wait, really? You seem like the type of person who likes trash-talking others, though.
That's why I take it out on Alexei.
Poor Alexei. Do you have anything you're playing right now?
Put your and drop. Do you want to make an account and try?
Can I just use yours? Sure. I receive a link immediately from an unknown number, and I quickly click on it and sign up. We're trying to... Listen, we're gonna get the answer. It's like, I'll just use yours. No, of course. Hi! He is a gamer. You're not gonna use my account! Smacks your hand away. How dare you! As a gamer? Whatever. Don't use my account. Get out of here! But, if you're like, oh, you should try it. Okay, I'll make my own account. Oh my god! Heart palpitations, might have stopped breathing for a second. You're gonna try a game I like. I'm just saying, so. That's how you romance a gamer, alright? You make your own account and you play your games. Or you talk about other games that you play, whatever, but... She, a non-gamer, is trying to impress Gamer Boy. We're gonna make our own account. What? He just magically fell in love with us. 1 point, anyway. Alright, done.
Give me your username. I'll add you to the family group.
Oh,
What?
Ace Detective? Nice, Ace Detective throwing. Okay, good. This is one of the influences for the game, but I like how they put it in there.
Don't be embarrassed. That's cute.
Uh-huh.
It's hardly the worst one.
An invitation's been added to a group of 4 pop-ups, and I accept. There's a leaderboard with the first place person more than triple the score of the second place. Are you Alt F4?
Who else?
Second place is someone named Gemini, which must be Gem. And then there's Alexei here who didn't even try and just used his first name as his username. I mean, I would have been Spacey something, so to be fair, I'm not really unique. A person in last place catches my eye, though, and I frown at it. Pochirin hater?
Thierry.
He hates them that much?
He's the founder of the Pochiran Hater Club. Pochiran Hater Club, yes.
Why though? They're so cute! Didn't he say that when we found the sticker? He was like, I would ban them if I could. Yeah. I'm kind of curious as to the backstory on why he hates them, because you know it's going to be ridiculous.
I agree. He's just annoyed I keep trying to force it down his throat.
Well, that's valid, I guess.
Want me to show you how to play?
Nah, I'm a big fan of hands-on learning.
So what did you learn?
That I'm not very good at this game. Let me try again. Gosh, why did they have to make a Tetris remix so hard? I was really hoping it was going to be like the watermelon game. Don't make a Tetris, make it like the watermelon game. That's so fucking fun. There was a, recently in Love and Deep Space, one of the events that they had a, like, watermelon game, basically, like, remix. And I was like, this needs to be permanent. This is so frickin' goddamn fun. Stop it. Ugh. Anyway.
Not bad.
It's okay. You don't need to try and make me feel better. I can see your high score several magnitudes higher.
I'm perpetually online and have no life. You did fine. Much better than the other three at their first attempts, anyway.
I'm still a little surprised they tried it out.
I didn't have a choice. The hideout's under my name, so they have to follow my rules if they want to stay.
Prince Thierry lets you kick him out.
Status means nothing in the world of gamers.
I revised the social hierarchy in my mind and placed pro-gamers above the royal family. There's something adorable and fun about that, and I love it.
We should play as a group next time. Watching Thierry rage quit over a game made for children, as he puts it. It's very funny.
That sounds fun! Is there a multiplayer for this too, or do you just compare total scores?
It does have co-op, but we play other stuff when we're together. Most of the time it's Pochiran basketball.
Oh, really? Why basketball?
That's my favorite sport. What?
I'm just a bit surprised. Didn't think you were a sports guy in general, let alone someone who had a favorite one.
Ever heard of not judging a book by its cover?
Yeah, but you specifically said you don't do voluntary exercise, and playing basketball would count as exercise. Sammy, you kind of make it hard not to. Fair. I'm not really a basketball person, so you might need to teach me the rules as we go along. I'm not a sports person.
Sure. Although the others are so bad at it, they might even lose to a beginner like you.
I'm not so sure about that, but I'll train hard so I'm not last place. But no going easy on me, okay? I take my losses with dignity.
I'd never disrespect you like that.
Oh, look at the way he looks at us when he says that. It's so sweet and romantic.
Wanna go again?
Sir? Oh, right, the game, never mind. I was like, excuse me. I knew what he meant, but just needed to make inappropriate comments. Sure. I'm about to press the new game button, but he grabs my hand to stop me. He raises his phone with his other hand and waves it at me. No!
Why not?
I'm on 3-game win streak! My hard-earned rating! It'll disappear instantly if I play you!
Lesson number 2. Never get attached to your ratings, lest you become stagnant.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but what's lesson number 1?
Just win, loser.
Ah, I get it now.
Get what?
Get that I need a new teacher. I start to stand up as a joke, but he quickly grabs my hand.
Stay. I'll help you.
With another lesson? Mm-hmm. All right, let's hear it. What's lesson number 3? I sit down again, and he slides over, sliding his hand over mine. Oh. What are you doing?
Teaching you how to play. You can follow my inputs.
Oh, okay. He guides my finger to the new game button and presses down. He is, like, trying to hold my hand in the guise of teaching me how to play a game, and I'm okay with the smooth moves. Just saying. They're all pretty fucking suave in their own way.
Lesson number 3. Games are more fun when they're played together.
Sammy, that was really cheesy.
Sorry. Sounded better in my head.
I appreciated the cheese, sir. I appreciated it a lot. Okay, so we're gonna get. It's just gonna be slightly different because okay, we have never before we had never seen Pochiran, but now we have. So What's this? Looks like a sticker of one of those things Sami likes. How did you move here so fast? And then, okay, so it was just slightly different. Oh. You were like, I died here, right? Maybe. It's his ghost. Huh? How did you know what I was gonna say? You know me so well. Of course I do. We've been friends for over a decade now. I like how this is slightly different now. That was kind of weird, though. It almost felt like... Anyway, shouldn't detectives not believe in ghosts? Obviously, ghosts aren't real, but just because you know something to be true doesn't mean you can stop your brain from thinking otherwise. Okay, I was like, now we're back. Anyway. What? What just happened? Why did she... What are you mumbling about over there? Are you having second thoughts already? No. Interesting. So it's slightly different, the little end things there. Like, just like a slightly things. Let's go to the main menu. Let's see. Do we have... Where are the... Oh, side stories up here. I was like, where are the side stories? Here we go. I like that they're going to be cute little stickers. So anyway. Alexei and Spacey. What's up? You've been staring at me for a while now. I got this Pocherin sticker the other day. Huh? Sammy's got you into this hobby now? Well, I'm not a fan of the show or anything, but it's just fun collecting things. I mean, seriously. You don't remember the sticker machines that used to be outside grocery stores? You'd always kind of want to collect the stickers on them? Nobody ever did that? No, really? Like, I think it's also stickers. It's like you just had sticker books as a kid. And like, so stickers. I put them all over my laptop now. You know what I mean? Like, stickers are fun. Like, is it just me? I feel like if you had a sticker book as a kid and like collecting stickers was something you did as a child, it's just, you never get over that. Okay, sure. What does that have to do with me? I was just wondering if you used to look like this too. Like a dog? No, the pompadour. Did you wear saggy pants too? I could see you wearing them. No to both. I don't believe you. Why? You have a fantasy in your head where I look like a dumb punk gangster? Actually, I kind of want to see you with the pompadour now. I'm sorry, but I'm going to need to see this. Yeah? Thierry, help me out here. What is it? She thinks I used to look like this. Tell her she's wrong. Like a dog? Yeah, that's what I thought too, but no, the hair. I see. Unfortunately, he did not have a pompadour. Aww. Now that I think about it, he hasn't changed very much since his younger days. Although he did go through a phase where he was just so overzealous to show off his new tattoos that he'd only wear tank tops. What's wrong about that? It's a crime to keep him hidden. He even got frostbite a few times. The hospital had to issue a final warning to save him from his own stupidity. I called you here to make me look better. There's nothing I can say to make up for your lack of common sense. You really want to play this game? Hey, Curly, he tried to bleach his hair navy blue before. I can see the vision. Thank you. You can't be serious. Dark-haired princes are popular. He wouldn't try to bleach his hair. He would try to dye his hair. That's interesting. How is it any better than me wearing saggy pants? I thought you said you didn't wear those. Jim, come over here and spill your greatest hair failures. They're bullying me. I see you're calling over the entire brigade to try to make yourself look better. Isn't that what friends are for? They're bullying you? You must have done something wrong in that case. Wouldn't the victim blame it? Look, I didn't ask for commentary, okay? I asked for your bad hairdos. I don't think I had that many weird ones. I guess maybe when I used to cut my own bangs, I just took some scissors to chop them off when they got too long. They were always uneven and I looked like a little dork. Jem, I feel you because I did that once when I was like 11 or 12. I looked so stupid. Every time I went to the barber, he'd scold me for doing it myself. But then I'd do it again next time anyway. Looking back, I'm not sure why I insisted on it. I guess I was just being stubborn. Was that not interesting enough? It was fine. Alexei's just disappointed he doesn't have such endearing stories. It was very Gem-esque. Well, I'll take that as a compliment.
What's going on?
Oh, the Pocherin sticker from the club. Oh, never mind. That he's saying that, sorry.
Oh, the Pocherin sticker from the club.
We were talking about old hairstyles. What type of hair did you have as a kid, Sammy?
Buzz cut.
Wait, really?
Well, I probably tried everything. This pompadour looks familiar. Might have had one of those at some point, too.
Are you like an immortal?
Wouldn't recommend it, though. Too much upkeep. I usually just went with the patented bird's nest look.
I can't believe Sammy's the most adventurous one here. For a man who never leaves his house. You know, to be fair, if you never leave your house, you can be adventurous with your hair makeup, because if it's a fail, no one's ever going to see you. Well, that was fun. Thanks for sharing. It's cool to hear about what you guys looked like when you were younger. That's strange. A certain someone seems to be purposefully excluding herself for some reason. Yeah, that's right. We haven't heard from you yet. Prince Thierry, I thought we had an alliance going on. How could you betray me like this? Your first mistake was trusting him. He always has his own self-interest in mind. Well, I cannot deny that I'm curious. Besides, I am a big advocate of equality for all. That's the last thing I want to hear from a literal monarch. You started this. You're not weaseling out of it that easily. Well, you can't force me to talk, so I guess you'll never know.
Found him.
Oh, are these her old school pictures? She's so cute. Should have known. Should have seen that one coming. Guess you lose this round. No! Sammy! Please don't show the other two! Oops. How adorable. How did you even get your hair to do that? You look like a little alien. Life is over.
Don't say that.
Sammy, you're on my side after all.
I can always get worse.
Huh? Hey, get over here. I have no idea how your hair's sticking up like that, so let's recreate it. You're just joking, right? Most intriguing. It appears to have some sort of gravity-defying power. I know, right? There's no way she got her hair to stick up like that with just a few hair clips. A mystery that will stump even the greatest of detectives. Just kill me now. The answer is hair gel. Lots of it. I actually have a lot of products she can use. I brought them over the other day. Hey, nice thinking, Jim.
See? I told you not to tempt fate.
What's up with your hair? I don't want to talk about it. Oh, please, God, I need a picture of this. I'm sorry, but I need a CG for that. But I love it. I like, okay, so like everybody, like all the gallery. Oh, that's so cute. Look at us. Oh, this one really is adorable. I love it. And of course we have the dead body CG, but that doesn't count. But then, you know, we have this one with everybody. The thing is, in the, other... Oh, we pushed it down. In the... the end of the short demo, you could see this zoomed in, you know, on the photo. So I'm a little sad we don't have that version of it. Where you can't see, you know, like the end credit, you know what I mean? I was kind of hoping that we had like that version instead of the desk CG, that you could just zoom in on just this picture. That would be nice. I hope they kind of add that in the, like, final version, that instead of just this version, you could have the zoomed in, you know, because that was really sweet. I liked that. But I'm glad we got to play the full demo, and so we continued on. You know what I mean? So anyway, I had so much fun with this. If you can't tell, I know that it's really hard because I'm like a wall, and it's very hard to see and tell my emotions. Sarcasm. Anyway, I actually really like all the characters. Like, Gem's adorable. I'm not usually, like, I don't want to say I'm not a fan of, like, the cutesy little, like doe-eyed boys. You know, like the adorable baby face ones. they're not my type because I'm so fucking old, then it's like, it just feels weird. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter how old they are, it just feels weird. But they usually have very fun personalities and they always have great routes and stuff. And Jem is definitely one of those characters. You know what I mean? Like, he is adorable and he has a fun personality. And, like, I see him with the MC, though. I can ship them together, absolutely, because they're both, like, equally adorable. But he's adorable. He's precious. He seems to have a great personality. He's the Labradoodle, you know. And I'm sure he's got a little more depth than that. But what you get from the very beginning is, like, you're just adorable. Look at you. Thierry is like your wall. You know what I mean? He just seems kind of aloof at first, but you know there's something else under there because there's the little smirks and the little ribbing with the friends and stuff like that. So, like, he's got more personality underneath that I think is going to come out in the game. But it's like yes, I have this facade that I put on for the world because I'm the crown prince. Okay, whatever. And then, like, behind the scenes, you're like, you know, you're a little squishy underneath, you know, so I love that. And I like going with him during his investigation portion, you know, where it's like, okay, he's being his typical self, like, I'm going to be the crown prince in front of this police officer, but then there's like the little slight smirks that he's doing every once in a while, and it's like, but he's also, because he's a crown prince, it's almost like he's a bit of a robot / alien, like he doesn't know what's going on. Like, you don't know how normal people work, but yet you get it, but you don't. You know, like, constantly, like, but I'm writing you a check, and you're like, that's not, but, but we did say we wanted money, but, like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, so I love that. And Alexa, even though being, like, the tough guy, absolutely charming, 100%, love it. And like, Sami, too, like, I love them all, like, I really do. So, I love it when a game gives me love interests and I'm just like, yeah, no, I like them all. Instead of like, yeah, I don't really want to go down this route, or I don't love this character. I like all of them. They're all charming in their own way. And like, the found family aspect is frickin' phenomenal. Like, for just the intro, for just the demo section, that's a couple of hours, like, you really get the vibes. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, that was everything. Oh, I'm sorry, and I totally forgot. I really like, and I like all the side characters and stuff. I like Theo. I love the little Blackthorn mask character. I love him. The mask. You're like probably Stabby and a serial killer, but look at your happy face. You're so cute. Like, Dramatic Piano is my favorite character, though, I have to say. Dramatic Piano, my favorite. Always coming in, doing its job, being just the MVP. But yeah, no. So, like I said, I'll put all the links and everything below. As I'm recording this, obviously, the Kickstarter has not gone live, but while this is up right now as you're watching this, if you're watching it after October 22nd going up after October 22nd. So if you're watching this when it's going up and it's before November 21st, 2024, the Kickstarter is live. So links and everything for that will be down below. I will say I will absolutely be backing this game because I have had so much goddamn fun doing it. I'm really glad Studio Chowan reached out to me and asked if I wanted to do a video, because honestly, until like I started doing it, I know afterward I saw that they did post on the Atome subreddits, you know, about the game and stuff like that, but it's like I didn't even see that one. Like, I don't see every post that goes on there, but like, I'm surprised I didn't see it, and I noticed it after, and I was like, oh, okay. I noticed the one they posted the other day about the longer demo going live, but I was like, but I hadn't seen the first one, because I'm like, you know, and I would have missed out, probably, because, you know, it's not like there's other games sometimes that people share on Twitter or on Reddit or something, and I at least see them and they get in my radar, but this one hadn't even been on my radar, so I'm really glad that they reached out and just asked if I wanted to record a video of the demo, because hell fucking yeah, this is amazing and I love it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely. So I'm actually looking forward to when it goes live, because obviously, like, for me, it's not live, but yeah. Anyway, all the links and everything are down below. So if you want to go and explore the demo yourself and see the other choices and everything like that, the demo's out, so you can go play that and everything. I think my big disappointment is just that I'm going to say when the Kickstarter gets funded, because I have high hopes for this, and I'm going to stay positive, but it's just sad that the game might not be out till 2026, because I'm like, man, I thought of that the other day. I was like, aw, I'm kind of sad. It seems so far away. It's also almost the end of October right now. It's the middle of October as I'm recording this, and it's going to be the end by the time it'll be November by the time this part goes up, and it's like, I don't know what's happened to 2024, and I can't handle it. So, holy hell. So the next thing you know, it will be 2026. But, it does feel like sad when I'm like, I'm just so disappointed, but I absolutely understand it's gonna take time, and I feel like it would obviously be worth it because they've put a lot of time and effort into this demo, the mini games and everything like that. And just all the little things, and then the collectible side stories and stuff like that. Like all the little kind of mini game-esque things that are in it, but they're not extremely like complicated where you're like, I can't manage them and I can't get through them. Yes, I had some difficulty with the one where you're going down the multiple. My bird is shrieking and he's being, stop it! I'm not talking to you. We're trying to wrap this up and you're being a jerk. Nobody wants to hear you. If you want to talk and show your piece, you come over here. Not over there. He's mad because I'm sitting on my couch. Anyway, but yeah, we had some difficulty on that first one, but I think if I play it on slow, it would be easier. But I definitely like that if it's too difficult, you can do just the regular visual novel mode and you just get the one path. So, like, having those options is good. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this. I hope you guys did as well. I will see you guys around in other things. So remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.